Nikki Novak here for Young Hollywood. We are in the heart of Marina Del Rey at Harley-Davidson. Who better to be here with than the one and only Johnny Knoxville? Great to see you.
Yes, because I know so much about motorcycles.
Listen, we would believe that you did. I would think that you would be like the original Harley guy. So we are in this great shop. So I'd love to take a little tour around.
So much I know about Harley-Davidson.
And just sort of get the lay of the land, and maybe, you know, you'll pick your favorite, I'll pick my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right, let's go get the lay of the land.
Let's do it.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
We're ready. What are you looking for in a bike?
Are you going to sell me a bike today?
Yeah.
First of all, you know, I know there's a wheel over here that if I spin big, is that my discount?
Whatever it lands on, you get the discount.
That's what I get off. I'm really looking for, you know, like something I can ride in a dress. I'm looking for,
I think
you know,
that dress would be fine.
I mean, I'm a bit of a badass, but not too much of a badass.
Right.
You know, I want something that says girl, but I also want to like not be too gender specific. I mean, what do you think?
Well, I think if you're going to be riding it in that skirt, which is very short, depending on your personality, you could go with this one, which would hide things.
It's a low rider.
Or you could go with that one over there, which would hide nothing. It depends on your mood, really.
So you're saying I might need two?
You might need two, depending on how a girl's feeling.
Let's talk about Evel Knievel and this documentary, Being Evel. You were one of the producers on it, you were in it. One of your quotes was kind of like back in the 70s. You're like, there was Muhammad Ali, there was him, and then there was
Elvis.
And then there was Elvis.
Yeah.
Who do you think today? Obviously, you're the modern day Evel Knievel.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
saying
Matt.
are.
Well, you can say that.
I'm saying it.
Matt Hoffman, or you could say that about who's in the documentary and helped produce it. Travis Pastrana has that spirit. Seth Inslow, Robbie Madison, those
awesome.
guys.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know. They're on a whole other level.
Okay, so if the trio of you are the modern day Evel Knievel, who do you think is the modern day, you know, Muhammad Ali, and who do you think is the modern day Elvis?
Well, sometimes there's only one of a kind. There's a lot of things that went into Muhammad Ali, and there's a lot of things that went into Evel Knievel. The storytelling ability, the showmanship, the intelligence, the guts, that's impossible to replicate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who try, but it doesn't happen.
What quality that Evel Knievel had do you think you most have?
If I say I'm going to do a stunt, I'll do it. A lot of times ends in disaster, but I think a little bit of a spirit of the effort. Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
If somebody challenges you, you're going to do it.
No, I don't really respond to challenges. I challenge myself, but I don't get into the dares and everything.
You're not like one of those typical guys that gets...
No, I don't know. If I decide I'm going to do something, I'll do it. And if I say it, then yeah.
Here comes Evel Knievel. He's not hesitating. He'll go.
I didn't think of Evel Knievel as a daredevil. I thought of him as a superhero. No one ever went for it like that before.
It was an amazing time.
Evel was on top of the world.
He's probably the only man in history who's become very wealthy by trying to kill himself.
In the span of 7 years, he became one of the most famous people in the world.
Some people just...
What about you? What are you choosing?
Oh, I want the one that most looks like the one Michelle Pfeiffer rode on the back of in Grease 2.
Nice.
When she was singing Cool Rider and she went down the ladder on the... And I think one of these two would be, you know...
That's the choice?
Be kind of like Grease 2, and I would be Michelle Pfeiffer.
You're going to be Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
All right, well, these are kind of pricey. I'm looking at the price tags here. I think we might need a little bit of
Well, I work here, so I can get discounts.
Can you help me out?
Yeah. I've done motorcycle stunts before, but someone had to let the clutch out for me. So,
really?
Yeah.
So can you drive a stick?
Well, that's a whole different conversation.
That wasn't meant to be a dirty question.
Well, no, I didn't go to a dirty place.
I did.
Oh, it's more like, instead of driving a stick, it's more like pushing a chain. But that's a whole other story. Okay.
We won't talk about your torn urethra at this point.
Yes.
This did happen. This actually did happen to you. Was that the worst injury you think you ever sustained, or the most painful, or?
The most psychologically damaging injury.
I would think so.
Yeah,
and
it's
what
like-
about physically?
Yeah, there was I had a catheter for 3.5 years afterwards, so that was no fun. But
Oh,
just
wow.
the thought of, it almost was gone.
Terrifying
A couple
for any
centimeters
man.
down, the handlebars broke off on my crotch trying to backflip a motorcycle, and if it hit me just a little bit lower, it'd been lights out.
So listen, you do know a lot about motorbikes, just not in the way that-
Intimately.
Yeah, you've been intimate with a motorbike.
In a blunt force trauma type of way.
Exactly.
I don't know how to ride one, but I do know how to let one fall on me from 25 feet.
On your highlight reel, what do you think your moment was?
I always never thinking about what's done to mine. I always just think of like ones we did, like it appeared in the movies. Yeah, when Ryan Dunn parked that little toy car up his rear end and got an X-ray in the first movie, or the terror taxi at the end of the second movie, the high five in Jackass 3.
Right.
I was pretty happy with.
Do you think does anybody fascinate you in the same way?
Yeah, there's a lot of fascinating people today. They don't affect me the way Evel did, because they're not doing the things Evel did. He was such a one of a kind, like my mind goes blank that, there's a lot of fascinating people today, but there's nothing like Evel, and there never will be again.
He was such a showman, and he was great at, there was like that famous thing that he did in Vegas.
Well, he knew people were not coming out to watch his takeoffs. They were coming out to watch his landings and coming out to watch the bad ones.
Right.
He understood that. He'd been doing stunts a few years before the Caesar's Palace jump.
Yeah.
And that's the one that put him on the map, that disaster.
Do you think he would have been as much on the map if he had landed it?
I think he would eventually got on the
Yeah.
map, but it would have taken longer. He
Right.
would eventually had the footage he needed to get on the
Right,
map, and
right.
he was going in that direction. He called up all the sports writers and said, Evel Knievel is going to jump the fountains at Caesar's Palace this Saturday, be there. And then he called up Jay Sarno, the head of Caesars, and he would call as a different person every time. One time it was a guy from Sports Illustrated. I hear Evel Knievel is going to jump your fountains on this Saturday. And then he called up again from, I don't know, ABC Sports. And I hear Evel Knievel, and he kept mispronouncing his name from all these different people. And finally, Sarno, he's like, well, I heard about this, and I don't know if we have a deal with them, but yeah, I think it's happening. He just willed that to happen.
Did you have the pajamas?
I didn't have the pajamas.
Or the sheets?
Mom, I didn't have the pajamas. No, well, we didn't invest in a lot of sheets because I peed the bed until I was like 8 or 9 years old.
Did you really?
Finally, but I was a real sound sleeper, I guess, and my mom bought me this thing called the Wee Alert. And it was like a metal
my
sheeting.
brother had that.
Yeah.
I would
and
hear it go off at night.
I don't do that anymore.
Are you still
unless
a sound
I had
sleeper?
too much to drink. But now I don't sleep as well.
You don't? Yeah. Childhood trauma.
Yeah, it's insomniac.
I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to see what discount you get on the bike?
Yeah.
Let's go spin the
I
wheel.
kinda do. All right.
All right.
Do you care to go first?
No, this is for you. I get an employee discount.
You do, don't you? What's your percentage?
Oh, I can't reveal that.
That felt really good, by the way. I've always wanted to be on The Price is Right.
All right, here
If
we
I
go.
get 50, I'm gonna be really upset.
There
no!
you go. $50.
$50.
It's rigged. $50
I
off.
think this is rigged because before we started rolling, we spun it a couple of times and it keeps landing on the 50. Can you hook me up with a better deal than that?
Yeah, but we gotta cut the cameras off for that.
All right. Thanks for chatting. We're gonna do some real dealing now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Congrats on the movie.
Thank you.
It's a must watch. Can't stop. You start watching and it's like taking off and
It's
crash
like
landing.
watching a train wreck.